Hey guys, Ryan Steinelson here with Accelerate Marketing, and I am going to be talking about what we normally talk about here on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. I've got somebody in the backstage, Eric from the school community, I assume. School is where people can ask questions, especially if they're business owners or even if they're agency owners, to generate more pre-qualified, pre-sold leads for their business or the business that they actually work with. If you're an agency owner, that's something that we really pride ourselves on at Accelerate is the ability to be able to generate those a consistent stream, the consistency being the key word, of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads. Which, if you're a business owner or an agency owner, the value of consistency, so that how many people to have out in the field, how many people to hire, and that's what we can create, is a consistency to your business, which is worth a lot. And so I'm going to talk about that today, but more importantly, I'm going to talk about what we do most, or primarily for attorneys, which is Google Business Profile and Google Local Service Ads optimization. Again, that's showing up on the maps and showing up in the verified section. Okay, I'm going to show you that, and I'll go over that, and then also connecting that with a conversational AI agent that can answer the phone and also can do work, can get work done. I've just sent an estimate out to handle pretty much the entire sales process for a pest control company with an AI agent. And I can talk about that. That's something that is very pertinent today in 2026. Now, it's really, this year I think is going to be the year of developing and creating AI agents that actually do things, that get stuff done. So if you don't know who I am, I've been around for doing this for about 20 years. Our agency has been selected by Google to be a partner with their Google verified program. Not many agencies get that. There's only about 40 in the world that have that distinction. And you get that distinction from Google and get asked to be a partner if you meet certain criteria, like if you're managing a certain number of clients, over 500 typically, or if you have that many in your MCC account, which we have. And also if you manage a certain amount of budget, and if you've trained your people to a certain level on your team, and they verify that. So they want partners that really know their stuff. And so, we were asked, 7 years ago to be a part of their partner program for local service ads. So that means that we can get things done that most other people can't. Dave just entered the backstage as well. And, it means that we have access to data that you normally don't get access to if you're not a partner. So that's a very important thing. And we're very grateful to be a part of that program. And also we have access to their API for local service ads. So that allows us to do things with the platform that normally we can't do as well, that most people can't do. So I'm just going to go through a few more things, then I'm going to get Eric and Dave from backstage, live on the call here, so I can answer your questions live. I really appreciate it when you guys join live. And please comment your questions below wherever you're watching this video, whether it's on Instagram, X, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching it. You can also text us at 619-304-5155. You can also go to our website at accelerateyourmarketing.com, and you can go to our school community and join for free. It's skool.com/local lead labs. I think both Dave and Eric are probably part of that community. And I'm going to add both of them to stage. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
And I can hear you, Eric. Dave, are you there? Are you able to hear me, Dave? I don't know if Dave can. You can chat as well, private chat. There we go. I'm in a meeting, keeping on. Okay. Join us when you can, Dave. We'd love to answer any questions that you have. My big question is, do you have a virtual? It's a cliffhanger there, Eric.
Yeah.
agent, agento, recommend.
Yeah, do you recommend them? Is it you have your own high level or your own voice agent, your own answering? So that I have real estate agents and they're answering only about 50% of their calls on their local service ads, and I try to convince them that they're really to come up with a calculator and say, hey, this is the money you're losing because you're not able to answer that 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. I mean, they're missing out on a lot of business. And actually, they're just, here's the other thing, Eric, is not only are they missing out on business by not answering the phone, they're also missing out on business because they're not showing up if they're running Google local service ads as being a business that is open 24/7. And so that's the other thing. So, and also if they don't have an agent at least backing them up, and this is one of the things that makes our agent a little bit different, is that our agent has the call flow. And to answer your question, we built an AI agent from the ground up starting 2 years ago. I mean, we've been building this agent. Yeah, we've got our own, and it does integrate with Go High Level. So it fully integrates. So if you want, we can integrate it directly with Go High Level so that if somebody starts a conversation in our agent, it can actually, the call can, that person that's having a conversation can be added to the Go High Level platform, and it can also be tagged as well.
Okay, so it comes into them, and if they don't answer the call, then it goes to the virtual agent.
Yeah, well, that's one way you can have it set up. We can make it so that there's a call flow, which is one of the things that we built from the beginning because I really wanted to solve the problem that LSA in particular posed to us, which is we want to make sure that we give a great experience to Google of the people that we're representing, our businesses. We want the businesses to be able to get to all the calls, whether with a human or an AI agent, within 30 seconds, because that's how Google is ranking the business.
How responsive you are.
Yeah, exactly. It's
just like anything. Like you put a good ad in, makes Google, Facebook look good. So it's like the same thing. If you have a good business offering, that they're going to get your price down and put you in front of more people.
Absolutely. But here's the thing: Google wants to create the best experience for the people that find the businesses on their platform.
Right.
I mean,
it's the reason why is win-win. You got to figure out what that win-win is. Find out what Google wants and give Google what it wants.
Yeah, exactly.
I give you what you want.
Amen.
Google's always worked that way.
100%. I mean, you've been doing this for a little while. You're an agency owner, obviously.
Yeah, 20 years, like you. Been working with real estate agents since 1998. Doing this.
God bless you.
So I'm still looking for the best tools, and I haven't quite found them yet. So we'll talk to you afterwards about getting it. I got Go High Level, but I'm hesitant to use their voice agent if it's not the best, because as others said, hey, ours is better and it'll work with Go High Level, but I want them to have the best.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I mean, are you looking for the best voice, like the best human sounding voice? Or are you looking for the best integration, or what are you
best integration that people are going to pick, that my clients can say, yeah, that can represent me when I can't get to the phone call. And yeah, that's what they're going to be looking at.
Okay, so because some of the things that we can do is we can do, like, for example, a warm transfer.
I like that.
The agent can answer the phone, it can qualify the person, it identifies all those qualifications, and then it actually calls the person at the business and says, here's all the qualifications that this person said so far, so the person doesn't have to repeat themselves.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. That's one of the things.
That's next level stuff. That's good.
Yeah, we also can have the agent actually connect to the calendar on Go High Level and actually schedule an appointment. Yeah, it can schedule an appointment on Go High Level. Can you
filter? For example, I got all my real estate agents. They don't put in there that they do rentals, but they get a third. It's like Zillow's the same way. They get like a third of the calls are rentals, even though they tell Google we don't do rentals. And you got to be careful. I know when you're talking about it, because if you go, well, I don't do rentals, but I have a friend, another agent that does it. Well, boom, you just got charged $30, $40, $50.
And this is the reason why it's really important that you work with an agency that understands the local service ads platform, because we will prompt the agent and give it a knowledge base so that the agent turns down those calls so that the business does not have to pay for those, because a lot of agencies that don't understand how LSA works would prompt the agent in a way that would not get that.
I got the 3 real estates right now, and it's like they're the nicest, they're older women, they've been doing this a long time and they want to help. It's like, well, okay, well, you just, there's no business there, but you just got charged for that one.
Yeah. So you gotta prompt the agent and train the voice agent that's going to be answering the phone to turn down those calls in less than 30 seconds.
Okay.
Because if you don't, then they're going to get charged for the lead, like you said.
So the same thing they have to in human, they need to turn that down too. It needs to turn down before 30 seconds is up, right?
Absolutely, or else they're going to get charged. Yep.
Okay.
So
we need to talk afterwards and see what it takes to get that set up for my real estate agents. And then I'm ready to go out and get more people that need this, because this is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the other thing I would encourage you to do is to submit the surveys, because you had said that some of these real estate agents don't do rentals, or maybe they do, but if they don't do rentals, it's also important to listen to the calls and submit the surveys on behalf of your client to let Google know that you don't want those type of leads.
Okay, so it's like training the Google app.
Yeah, it's in 20, and that's part of what I was going to talk about today. In 2026, one of the 3 topics that I put as one as what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why I'm here today. They were all very applicable to what I'm working on.
Yeah, 2026. It's all about prompting and training your agent properly. Not only the agent that you're using to answer calls, but also to actually train Google's agent that's actually that's identifying if the calls are quality leads or if they're not quality leads, or if your client gets a refund or not a refund.
Right. So I said something like that. You mentioned that it's like you gotta really feedback, either archive, booked, or what was the third one?
Well, there's the main ones is you want to identify if it's booked or archived. Those are the other thing is there's a survey that you fill out on a scale of 1 to 5, the quality of the lead.
Right.
And you give it notes. Our team we do that manually for all of our clients. We listen to the phone calls. It's really important, because if you don't do that, then Google's going to just keep sending you the type of leads that you're talking about that maybe not be might not be the quality that you want, or the type of leads that you want.
Do you have in your software? Do you have the ability to be able to archive the calls into the system?
Yes. Yeah. Our team. Well, our team does that manually, and our software, it doesn't. That's not built into our AI. AI.
I'd look for a way to do that, just for me to be able to keep up with their agent and make sure they keep up with the leads. To be able to, I wish there was a program that would dump that recording and scrape the contact and put it in the CRM. That would be nice.
So in other words, that would fill out the surveys and identify the quality of the lead, and then also ask for the refund, basically.
Well, yeah. Well, I want just to be able to get the contacts into the CRM. It's all happening on audio, and it's all in a recording.
Okay, so you want the contacts just dumped into the CRM.
Yeah.
And our conversational AI agent can absolutely do that. It can dump, once it has the conversation, it dumps it right into your go high level.
Gotcha. But not if it's answered live by a human.
No, that's if the AI answers it as well.
Right. No, but the live. Okay. So the live. What if the realtor answers the call? Can that call recording be transposed into your go high level?
Yeah, as long as it's on a go high level phone number.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So those are all things to consider. And
these are the best leads my realtors have got. A lot of them have done Zillow to 500,000 a month. And these leads, when they're dedicated and optimized, which they still have a little more work to do, these leads and they connect to some of these leads are still the best. They're the furthest down in the funnel that I've ever seen. Like people I want to get in my car and go look at properties, or I need to sell my house, come over. And they're the furthest down the funnel, which is unusual. It's hard to get. It's usually very expensive to get that.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got a case study just recently of an attorney, a DUI attorney that we just signed up recently. And they're getting about 13 cases a month, and they're paying an average of about $1,400 for a case, but they're DUI,
Yeah.
They're DUI cases.
Oh, I know. Lawyer leads are very expensive.
Yeah. But
realtor leads, if you can get a good lead under $60, that's good. That's really good.
I mean, and so I know that,
about 150.
Yeah, you're probably getting a new client for a realtor for about, through local service ads for maybe $300, $400. And I mean, and they're, what are they worth? They're worth, 3 to 5, 10,000.
6,000 and up. Yeah. Commissions. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's talk afterwards so I can pitch that and get it done and finished, so I can focus on helping them just get as much as possible. I worked with someone else that said that they were saying that you could you can broaden the area that you say you work in, and then get leads in as a realtor, and then you refer them out. Could you put the whole state of Pennsylvania, or do you have to stay really local to where you really are local?
Yeah, you can select the entire state of Pennsylvania. I would increase your budget if you do that, though.
Yeah, so instead of 75 a week, you're talking about 100 a week, probably $400, $500 a month or more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I would say that your budget, you would want to increase your budget to, if you're spending $1,000 a week, I would increase that to, $2,000 to $3,000 a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Or more. Yeah.
Yeah. This is helpful. This is great. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I would definitely turn it to max leads would be good.
Max lead. Okay.
Yep.
And I got my 3 of my clients. I want to put them I want to have you give them a free audit. I think that would be great.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll do that. Dave, do you have any questions before I go into some of this other information? I was going to see if I know you're in the background.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh yeah, stay on. I want to answer any other questions because
I'm just muting myself for now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Dave, let us know if you got any questions. I'm just going to go through some of the topics for today. So let me know what exact questions you guys have. I'm going to, if you have any additional questions, because I mean, there's this, there's a lot going on right now, and you can really leverage, these conversational AI agents to get a lot more work done for your business. So the title of today's workshop is Google's 2026 Local Reset, the popularity hack that drives. And by the way, Dave, if you're able to jump in, just jump in and interrupt me and let me know what questions you have. The popularity hack that drives 220% more revenue for local service ads and Google Business Profile, which is what I was saying. So I was going to say that, most local business owners are still paying, or they're still playing by the 2024 rules of, while Google is already living now in 2026. If you're still obsessing over keywords and SEO tricks, you're basically going to be invisible. So Google has officially shifted from the algorithm from prominence to popularity. If users aren't clicking, zooming, and interacting with your profile, then Google thinks you're dead. So what we're trying to do is pull back the curtain of the LSA Feedback Trap. Google removed manual disputes, like I said, for a reason. They want you to train their AI for them. So I'll show you a simple 30-second survey, a 30-second lead survey that can literally triple your booked revenue. So we're also covering the ask button revolution, why your old Q&A section is gone, and how to ensure Google's AI doesn't hallucinate when customers ask if you're open. So first and foremost, the LSA feedback loop, the only way that to get refunds in 2026. So basically, Google stopped giving refunds for wrong service. So here's how you force Google to pay you back. So the insight is this, is that since mid 2024, Google phased out the manual dispute button and replaced it with an AI-driven lead feedback survey, which we've been talking about with Eric. This isn't just for credits, it's for training the AI. So marking a lead as booked or very satisfied tells the algorithm exactly who to target next for you. So businesses that grade 80 to 90% of their leads consistently achieve 220% more revenue than those who don't. So this is why I was saying why you really want to fill those out, Eric. It's really about, grading those LSA leads. And there's some there's some really good feedback here from some other, businesses, that are doing this, but it's really all about, filling out that that lead quality, or the satisfied versus unsatisfied section of Google, in order to give Google feedback so that they know where to show your listing in the search results, or when to show it. Okay. So that's that. Any questions about that? I want to make sure that you guys really, understand that. Let me know if Eric or Dave, if you have any questions about that. So yeah, I'm texting in. Okay, good. In LSA, we get masked leads. Okay. Can you turn your audio on, Dave? I mean, the phone numbers are masked. Yes. How can we get real numbers and go high level? Yeah, I'm texting in. Got it booked and archive teaches Google. Got it. Booked and yes, it does. So yeah, the phone numbers are masked. They're basically a number that Google gives you, but you can end that number is going to be forwarded to your number. Okay, you're talking about the leads number. How can we get the real number and go high level? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm talking about the leads number. So the leads number. Oh, the leads number. The way that you can get the leads number is the best way to get it is through the API. Because we can pull that information, and that's one of the reasons to use us in our software. I got it with the API. Yeah. So that would help. So let me know what type of business you have, Dave. If you want to get on voice, you can. I see your chats. It's great. What type of business do you have? Are you an attorney? We work a lot with attorneys, and I gave a case study just a second ago about one of the attorneys that we're working with. I'm going to record a video about this. About a DUI attorney, and when they came to us, they had a small budget and big goals, but they wanted to grow, and they needed a strategy that would get them the most out of every dollar they spent. They knew that in today's competitive market, it wasn't about being a great lawyer. They needed an online presence that would help them stand out and bring in quality clients. But they're limited resources. They couldn't navigate the complexity of digital marketing alone. So they reached out to us. We partnered with them to create a strategy that focused on optimizing their Google local service ads campaign. One of the biggest things we worked on was making sure they responded to leads quickly, which is what we've been talking about. Because as you know, Google rewards a fast response time. And in a competitive field like criminal law, this was critical. So on top of that, we helped them build a strong online reputation by encouraging consistent positive client reviews. All of this came together to produce 13 signed cases and an average cost per case of $15.57 in just the first 3 months. Okay, sorry, that was in the first 3 months, which is pretty good because it's not about getting leads; it's about getting the right leads, and that's what we've been talking about. That's why we want to train the agents. We want to train AI, the Google, to give us the best leads possible. So let me switch over here to make sure. Sorry, unable. Oh, unable to what? Identify. Oh, just you can type in like what type of vertical are you in, or what's your vertical, and or what business. It'd be great to even get more specifics, like what the business name is, that sort of thing. If you want, I mean, we could definitely riff on that. I mean, we could talk a lot about like what you're doing, how you're doing it, that sort of thing. If we have more specifics. So the second topic I want to talk about was the GBP Ask button, why your website content now owns your map pack. Google just killed the Q&A section on your Google Business page. If your website isn't structured for Gemini, you're losing the lead. The insight is this, that on November 3rd of 2025, Google officially retired the Q&A API. It's being replaced about the Ask About This Place feature. Instead of showing users generated threads, Google Gemini now pulls instant answers from your website and reviews. If your site isn't chunkable for AI extraction, like having a vector database, like having your information in bite-sized, like 200 character chunks, everything is going to be built in 200 character chunks moving forward for RAG, for retrieval augmented generation, so that the API so that the AI can actually pull in the data into its brain easier and then disseminate it in that chunkable structure. Google will either stay silent or get the wrong answer if you do not have your content in chunkable AI extraction pieces. So that's a really important thing to note. I can show you guys what I'm talking about, what it looks like. You're unable to get on the phone. Okay, you're in legal. Okay, what type of legal? If you want to let me know the business name, I can actually like look at your actual Google Business Profile page. I can give you some suggestions on what to do better. You don't have to get on the phone. You can just message me and let me know if you want. I can show you, like, I can really give you some big value here. Hopefully you're in our school community. I'm assuming that that's how you found us. Okay. And let me know if that makes sense about, and I can show you actually. Let me just show you. I like sharing my screen. Okay, so let me show my screen. Oh, here, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm trying to show my my phone here. Okay. So there. So if I type in my rights law. Here's a client. Okay. Okay, Rancho Cucamonga. Okay, good. Great. Okay, criminal attorney. Okay, so it's great that I used the case study. I gave you the case study that I was just talking about. I think you can, depending on the area, you can get those cases, I think, for cheaper. But, I would expect to pay anywhere between $750 and $1,500 for a case. That's for a case. Let me know in the comments if you think that's way out of line or not. But this is them. I like how you got the texting feature here. So you're, Dave. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I agree. So that's an okay cost per case, because those cases are probably worth 10 grand. So they're spending 1,500 to make 10 grand. That's a 10x ROI. Anything greater than 3x ROI is great. Or ROAS, return 5,000. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a three. So there you go. That's a 3x ROAS, return on ad spend. So 1,500 times 3 is $4,500. Yeah. So here we go. So DUI. Oh, that's Cucamonga. There we go. Interesting. Criminal. Let's say criminal. Okay, so here's the DUIs. So this is the subset here. So for me, I'm not in that area, but still. So these are all the guys that you'd be able to select from. My rights. Here we go. I like how you got message leads turned on. Open 24 hours. That's great. You want to be able to do that, or you want to do that. Typically applies in 15 minutes. This should be minutes, not 15 minutes. Okay. They've showed their license. They do DUI, felonies. Okay, good. I wanted to show you the Q&A section. Okay, let me go here. And you notice that the top here is all, and here's request multiple options. This is what's going to happen, guys, or request multiple opinions. So you can send, a person can send a message to up to 4 businesses or attorneys at the same time. This is why having an AI agent respond to these message leads and inbound voice calls is 100% needed right now, because the number of leads that they're getting is only from AI is only going to increase. And actually, Google's making outbound calls with AI to connect to your AI. Okay, so let me find your client. There we go. So there's no Q&A anymore, but it should have, and it might have this. I wanted to show you what they're talking about here. I'm trying to pull up. Wow. Look at that. It's too much for me. Wow. This shows you, I don't know what that's interesting. So is that a review? I don't know how I even got here. I'm trying to pull up the Q&A section, but I'm not able to. I might be able to do it on the desktop. Okay. So I see that, I mean, you're doing a lot of good stuff, a lot right here. What I would do is I would get out of this. I really want to get out of, I want to get this thing out of here. Okay. It looks like you've got a chat agent there, but I'm curious to see. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? Yes, GHH close bot. Okay. So how is that working? I'm curious to see how that that agent is working on the website. If it's providing a good solution. And are you using voice? Are you using voice? Do you have a voice agent as well that's able to, when somebody calls this number, and is this a call tracking number? That's the other thing. So are you tracking where all the calls are coming from? Are you using Go High Level to do the call tracking, or are you using like Call Rail? Yes, to voice and tracking with what converts. Okay, good. That's good. And are you giving their human intake the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds to answer, and then switching to, and then if they don't, going to AI voice? Okay, you're doing the first 15 seconds to humans, and then if they don't pick up, then go to AI. Got it. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I'm really trying to get out of. Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of that. Okay, I'm gonna quit. Okay, so yeah, let me go back and I'll share my screen here. Right, voice AI is taking the place of their answering service for overflow. And yes, and how did that work? How did that transition work when you went from their intake to the AI agent? How much better did the AI agent do? Criminal. Okay. So here's the same result here on desktop. And I also want to show something here. So let me go back. Instead of going to places, I'd like to go up here first, show more, and then show more. And I like the fact that you are like the only one that does message leads. I want to know how many message leads that your guy's getting, because most of these other guys are not playing the game that we are. They don't take message leads. None of them do. And I love that. And the reason why is this: typically replies in a day. Do you see that? Typically replies in an hour. So you're winning all those. Typically, here's the only one that replies in a few minutes. Now, if I go and I say, I want to get 4 quotes, I want to see if your guy is in that. Hold on. I want to see if I go, oh shoot, it's only on the phone. That's right. I think your firm was. And the reason why is because Google will only select the ones that the businesses that actually respond the fastest to message leads, or even take message leads altogether. So my question is how many additional message leads are you getting? How many message leads are you getting on a monthly basis? Let me know. And are they, and how good are those leads? I'm really curious. Not exactly sure. It had to be turned, but eventually we got it. It was great. Okay, good. Yeah, the message leads are great, and that's exactly what I would expect. But nobody has AI agents typically, so they're not able to respond. They're not able to get to these guys. They're not able to get to these message leads because it's not built in their process. They're only designed to actually answer the phone, and so that's part of the problem. Is that and that's what you can solve with a conversational AI agent, is that it can also respond to message leads in addition to answering the phone, which is actually a huge advantage. Now, are you filling out the surveys for your clients? And if so, have you seen an increase in the lead quality? So let me know, and then I'm going to go, yes, we are, and they are getting better. Yes. Okay. That's it. I mean, you're doing everything that I would suggest. That's a good, I just need to connect the API. Yeah. Well, you can talk to our team about that. You got to get access to the API, and you've got to be a lead aggregator to do that, or a partner. So, and we are. So you'd have to talk to our team about that. I would suggest that you text that's the trick. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to text to 619-304-5155. And okay, so let me go. I want to talk about one more thing here. And if you guys got value from this, please go to the school community and talk about what value you got today. I would really appreciate it. I mean, and for you guys that are not in the school community, you can see it at the bottom. It's skool.com/local lead labs. We got over 750 people in the group. I mean, it's a great, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you can post something, a comment, that would be great. I mean, I'd love to be able to, share that comment below wherever you're leaving it, wherever you're watching. If you can post a comment below wherever you're watching the video, I don't know if you're in the backstage, so I don't think you can post it below the video. But anyway, yeah, I would love to find out a little. Let me see. Okay, thanks. Let me just do one more thing here. Yeah. So the other third topic that I wanted to talk about is the shift to popularity ranking signals. Google doesn't care how long you've been in business. They care if people actually like you today. The insight is that the 2026 ranking formula has moved from prominence, brand name, and size to popularity or interaction density. So Google now measures the signs of life like photo view frequency, review reading time, and direction requests. Like, in other words, it's the time on site, basically, just like they're valuing on the website. And that's why, by the way, chatbots on your website really help because it keeps the time on site up if you don't have one. Businesses with fresh weekly visual updates and high interaction rates are jumping over older authority brands in the local pack. So update those, just update your listings 100%. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to go back. I'm going to share my screen again here. I want to show the website. I want to see if the Q&A is here. It's not. Details. Huh. Oh, that's because it's not. Okay, we're not looking at the GBP here. Hold on, let me go down here. There we go. Overview, reviews. Where is directions, share, call? Okay. I like how you've added these products here. That's great. Okay, and update these pictures. Definitely want to update the pictures on a regular basis. That's great how the gavel's like literally right over their head. Okay, and I like how you've done that. I like the testimonials. This is great. Video testimonials are awesome. Really, I like that. Shaking their hands. I like that. This is good. You've posted a lot of images here. Yeah, this is good. I like how you this is social proof. Oh, I remember these days. The fake driver's license. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got distracted, but I was going to go to the website because I wanted to show okay, so here's your chatbot. Okay, no, look, I would not make somebody do this. Oh, no way. No freaking way. Do not put a barrier in front of somebody from chatting with the agent. I would not do that. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, you gotta, like, here's our Google Business Profile page. Let's go to our website. So you got to make the chat agent easy to use, simple. It's got to be clean and simple. Like, there's nothing, and there's no adding information here, nothing. It's just, let's talk. What questions do you got? I mean, that, yeah, that picture is great. The little, the fake ID. Yeah, the chat agent, the chat widget that you've got, it's not, if this is the only way that you can build a chat widget on Go High Level, this is not good. I would not make somebody fill out the form before they start the chat. Please confirm that you've got that. Okay, yeah, because you're just creating a barrier, and that's the old way of doing business, and that's the old way of digital marketing. It's not. This is, people want to get their answers, their questions answered right away. And we can. I'll see if I can take the contact info. Yeah. I wouldn't even take the contact info at the end. The agent will get the information in the normal conversation that it has with somebody. I wouldn't ask for the information at the beginning at all. And I wouldn't the key is having a free flow conversation, just like a human is having with somebody. That's the most important thing that you can do with these AI agents right now, is make it so that there's, I see just asking the name. Yeah, not even, I mean, I wouldn't even ask it, and it wouldn't be the primary objective. The primary objective in the prompt that I would give it is answer their questions, give value. Like, don't give legal advice and have the agent identify that it's not giving legal advice, but have the agent do the best that it can to answer the questions they have without giving legal advice. And then say, hey, you know what? I'd like to warm transfer you. I can help you by actually potentially identifying if you've got a case or not by answering certain questions, or you answering certain questions. You want to do that. I'm not the end all be all. Chat widget, it was a book, a conversation with the AI close bot. No, I would, that's just a barrier. I mean, because like the close bot is the agent in the chat widget. Why would you have to book an appointment with the agent if it's already talking to the person? They're not two different agents. They're the same agent. They should be, in my opinion. I mean, does that make sense? So, like our agent is one agent. It's text, it's voice, it's chat, it's email, and it has full recollection of every conversation that it's had with the person, as long as the person gives their cell phone number. Because that's the ID that the agent uses to identify who the person is, not by their name, because their name can be unique or different, or the same as other people. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I would take out any barriers that you have for having, just book a consult. No, just have a conversation, and that's it. There's no booking a consultation. The person is in a chat with the agent. But they're going to want to chat with it right there live. They're not going to want to talk to it separately. I mean, it could do that, but why? Their person's already in that venue. They're in they're chatting. The agent could call the person, but I think that's I'm going to see if I can revamp this. It's good advice. Yeah. You're going to get a lot better site time on site by doing that, and just a lot better results in general. Okay. So anyway, that's really it. Unless you guys have questions, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you like the case study that I gave today. We talked about a lot of good information, and hopefully gave some value to these guys that attended. If you can attend next time, please do. Please go visit our school community for free. It's school.com/local labs. You can also text us at 619-304-5155. You can go to accelerateyourmarketing.com, and please ask any questions, below. Ask any questions below the video, wherever you're watching it, whether it's live or on the replay. All right. Unless you've got any other questions, Dave. Thank you. And was great, Ryan. I'll text you in the API. Yeah, you can text Mary and Roque. They're the gatekeepers for the API that we have. They'll be able to help you with that. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk soon.